This is the question asked in today's SkillTrack Daily Challenge. So we will be given an integer n as input, and our task is to replace the digits of the integer n from 0 to 9. So if the number of digits in the integer n is equal to 3, then we will be able to form 30 new integers. If the number of digits in the integer n is 2, then we will be able to form 20 new integers. And after forming all these integers, if any one integer out of those integers is prime, then we have to print no, else we have to print yes. So let us see our sample input 2. So here n is equal to 14. So the number of digits in the integer n is equal to 2. So we will be able to form 20 new integers. So let us see all those 20 integers. So in the first iteration, we will be replacing the first digit of the integer n with the digits from 0 to 9. And in the second iteration, we will be replacing the second digit of the integer n with the digits from 0 to 9. So in the first line, we can see that the first integer is 0, 4, and then it is 1, 4, and then 2, 4, 3, 4. So the first digit is replaced from 0 to 9. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So like this until 9. So the second digit is always 4. So these are the 10 new integers formed by replacing the first digit of the integer n. And here out of these 10 new integers, all the integers are not a prime number. So now we have to check for our second digit of the integer n. So again we have to replace the second digit of the integer n with 0 to 9. So the 4 must be replaced with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 until 9. So here we can see that the first digit is always 1 and the second digit alone varies from 0 to 9. So 10, 11, 12, 13 until 19. And here we can see that there are prime numbers. So the integer 11 is a prime number, and then 13 is a prime number, and then 17 is a prime number, and 19 is a prime number. So totally out of the 20 new integers formed, we are able to find 4 prime numbers. So in this case, we have to print no as our output. So if we are able to find a prime number, we have to print no. And if we are not able to find even a single prime number, we have to print yes as our output. So for sample input 1, we will be using the same procedure. And in sample input 1, the input n is equal to 200. So the number of digits in the integer n is 3. So while replacing every digit with 0 to 9, we will be able to form 10 new integers. Since the number of digits in the integer n is 3, we will be able to form 30 new integers, and none of them will be a prime. So we print yes. So first I am creating a new character array named n of size 20, and in the next line, using a scanf statement, I am accepting the input in a string format and storing it into the character array named n. So here we won't be accepting the input as an integer, because we have to update all the digits of the integer n from 0 to 9. So when we accept it as an integer, it would become difficult. So when we use it as a character array, it will be easy for us to make changes to the input. So that is the reason why we are accepting our input in a string format and storing it into the character array. So now we are going to replace every digit of n with 0 to 9. So to do that, I am creating a loop that iterates from 0 till the string length of n, and in every iteration of this for loop, I am creating another new character array named temp, and the size of it is 20. And we will be storing the copy of the character array n into temp, because in every iteration we will be making changes, and after making changes we have to bring it to the older version. So that is why we will be copying the contents of the character array n into the character array temp, and we will be making changes only to the temporary character array. So for making changes to the temporary character array, I am creating a for loop. So this for loop is a character loop that iterates from 0 to 9. So this loop will be iterating through the characters 0 to 9. So in every iteration of this for loop, we will be setting temp of index is equal to I. So in the first iteration, the first digit of n will be replaced with the digits from 0 to 9. And in the second iteration, the second digit of n will be replaced with the digits from 0 to 9. So this is how we will be forming the new integers. and after forming a new integer in every iteration, we have to check whether the integer is a prime number or not. Before doing that, we have to convert this character array into an integer. So within the function is prime, we will be passing attoy of the character array temp. So this attoy function converts the character array into an integer, and after converting it to an integer, we will be checking whether the integer is a prime or not. And this function is prime is a user defined function. So now let us see how the function is prime works. So the function is prime accepts an integer in its arguments and returns 0 if the integer is not a prime, and if the integer is prime, it returns 1. So in the first line of the function, first I am checking whether n is equal to 0 or n is equal to 1. So both 0 and 1 are not prime. So we return 0, indicating it is not a prime. And for all other values of n, we are going to check whether it is a prime number or not. If an integer is prime number, it won't have any factors in the range 2 till the square root of n. And for the integers present in the range 2 to square root of n, if the integer n has a factor, then the particular integer is not a prime number. So that is the logic for checking whether the integer is a prime number or not. So I am creating a loop that iterates from 2 till the square root of n, and in every iteration we will be checking whether n mod I is equal to 0 or not. And if it is true for any value of I, then we return 0, which means the integer is not a prime number, else we return 1. So this is how we will be checking whether the integer is a prime number or not. So this is how this function is prime works. So whenever the function returns true, then we should print no as our output, because if we are able to form a prime number, we have to print no. So whenever the integer is prime, we print no and terminate the whole program using exit 0. Suppose if all the integers are composite numbers, then finally after the execution of the for loop, we would have printed nothing. So in those cases, if we are not able to find even a single prime number, we have to print yes. So finally after the execution of all the loop, our output would be empty. So finally we print yes. So this is how we will be printing our output. Now let us check our program with the sample test cases. So the first input is 200, and for the first input our expected output is yes. So we also print yes as our output. And for our sample input 14, our expected output is no. So we also print no as our output. So this is the logic behind today's daily challenge. Thank you for watching.